Good morning, you guys. I hope you guys are having a productive morning. Everything is to the point where you're okay. You had a good night's sleep. I personally did myself. I'm going to do an early morning review, and by the time you know we're here for Portia's family matters. Now, personally, I've been following Portia ever since she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, this is basically a spinoff episode, basically where she put center stage with her new man, Simon, and her baby dad, Dennis. Now, my take on it is I've noticed because I'm already to the point where I'm almost at episode 3, but I'm giving y'all a review through my eyes of episode 1. Personally, Portia gives this off this aura where she basically gets Dennis up there, not only for ratings, but I think for eye candy, I think she still wants Dennis now. That's my opinion. I think Simon is the person that actually has the bag. Dennis has the initiative. Now, if she could put the two together, then she, in her eyes, she would have a perfect man. Now, the scenes that I see with her with Simon look forced. When he actually sitting there and they're actually trying to get close, it still seems real cringeworthy. Now, I don't like they had no type of chemistry or nothing. It's like she had more chemistry with her ex-husband than she do this new man. Now, that tells you just how much I see they don't have no chemistry. There's fake and force for the camera. Now, center stage, she brings him pretty much everywhere she goes, and basically like he's on the cast of character. Now, my understanding when I first saw the first episode, I was really shocked that he was not he was on the show for one, and number two, it's just the point that it seems like the scenes that they have are basically like it's a makeup breakup type situation, and she's basically got him there waiting in the wings in case Simon don't work out. Okay, but yeah, Simon's to the point where he's basically okays for her and Dennis to go and have a meeting, which I say is low key a date. But yeah, Portia enters. She has her little Floyd dress, and I guess she came to talk about PJ. My thing is, y'all don't have to have a whole dinner set in order to talk about PJ. You could tell when she first came in how he was undressing her with his eyes, that he still wants her and she still wants him too. Now, pushed to the point where she wants to come in and be badass, as I say, and basically tell Dennis, is what it is. We're supposed to be discussing PJ, but the conversation slowly goes left. He basically sits back and he rolls his eyes and looks at her like he's saying, "We doing this again." My thing is they can't compromise on anything, and you can tell that most times when they meet up about one subject, turn on something else. But that's neither here nor there. Uh, her sister was to the point where she suggested that they do an outing, to go see her actual business partner. She basically does yoga now. She's also still with naked hair and half ownership of the company. But yeah, she to the point where she wanted her sister to meet her and do like a spiritual journey cleanse, if that makes sense. She actually meets up and then she tells her that she's gonna bring along family members, so she brings along her aunt and then it's another lady she brings along, which is his mother, which is hence her ex mother in law. Now it's to the point where she was basically trying to let them see what a glimpse of what it would be if they decided to do a girls trip, which was in the works, and it was gonna be more like a spiritual journey. Now she brought along her cousin as well. Now the cousin wasn't as vocal as I thought she was gonna be. The center stage of it is her aunt, but they didn't bring the aunt to this actual meeting. Now the little thing as far as meeting her business partner went pretty smooth. She basically told them what it was and actually tried to cleanse their souls, if that makes sense. Now she gave up her oral. As far as I'm concerned, that was a little cringy. So I watched, but I went to the point where I was deeply rooted in it. Now they made the suggestion that they was gonna have a girls trip, but her only dilemma was she didn't know she wanted to invite Dennis's mom. Cause she said his mom brings too much drama. I think what it is, the mama reminds her that she's still in love with that son. That's what it is. She's a constant reminder. Now, I could be wrong, but that's where I pick up. Now they actually go out to lunch and have a confrontation, and it goes from high to straight. We just argue back and forth. Now the topic of conversation was that she was going to invite her to the girls trip on the strength that she could. First of all, they could get through this lunch date without arguing. Most important, that she wouldn't be arguing over wherever they went. The dilemma was she didn't want to take her because she's so argumentative. My thing is, I don't think she want to take her because she, first of all, be telling Portia how she really feel, and Portia to the point she ain't ready to have that conversation. Now, what surprised me, they said nothing about Dennis, but they did talk about their actual differences and agreed to disagree. In the end, Portia and her made up, and they decided that yes, she would invite her along on the girls' trip. So she did accept, and she said yes, she would come. Now it's to the point where Portia actually had a little meet and greet where she basically showed Simon off to the family. Now Simon gets to the point where he says his highs and buys. The grandmother basically gives him the side. And so it was so funny that she got up there and spoke her truth. And then when she got to speaking her truth, somebody was to the point where they was telling her that she was wrong for saying what she said. I want to say it was Dennis's mother. But I have to go into that scene to give y'all an accurate depiction. But I'm drawing a blank for some reason on that scene. But I remember what was said. But I have to get for clarification, go back to it again. But yeah, the grandmama got them together and they did not like it. Now she was nice, nasty as far as I'm concerned, because I think in her mind she basically trying to tell Portia that she was not feeling this new man. But you could tell that there was no chemistry with her and actual Simon. They were sitting close together, but her eyes was always on Dennis. When he first came and sat at the table, her eyes never left him, and the whole time, it looked forced. Now, Simon is to the point where he was real mute when it came to me talking to the family. It's like he was just a warm body in the spot. He never said anything. He didn't interact. Dennis was more comfortable with the family, even though he really wasn't to the point where they was dating or anything like that anymore. It felt more like she was there with Dennis. You know what I'm saying? Even though she was sitting right next to Simon. But Simon to the point where he low key, but that's not any excuse. I mean, they're there to meet you, so you're supposed to be at least meeting them. So the grandma broke the ice and started asking him questions. And the question came up from her mom was like, how what's going on? How did y'all meet? And basically was somewhere, I forgot how it happened. She told how many times Dennis had been married and that the fact that he had just gotten out of a marriage. So everybody gave him a side eye. The mom was the first one to buck her ass, and then the grandma did the mm-hmm. And that's when she started talking and saying her piece. I think basically what the grandma was trying to tell her was that she don't really think that she need to do this, and most important that he probably ain't the one. And the fact that he's already had two marriages is a red flag, considering that he just met, you and him ain't too long met, and then especially under the circumstance that you met, meaning that you just left filing and the ink ain't dry on the divorce. So it is what it is. And I think that they want to give him a chance, but his past is overpowering what he got going on, and most importantly, the presence where he is not mathing because he's there, but he's not interacting with the family. Uh, Dennis come in and come right along, get to shaking hands, talking, mingling. The mother-in-law is on the end. I still say the mother-in-law, but that's on Dennis's mom. They feel more like they more comfortable there with the family than Simon is, because he's the one that they're actually there to meet. But PJ decides that she wants to have a little temper tantrum, so the dad takes her off to the side. But I think what it was is that, in my perspective, the reason why she keeps Dennis around, I think, because she really wants to be with Dennis, but Simon is the one who's the star of the show and who's gonna bring the ratings. Now, for as far as her eye candy, she has to keep Dennis around, because I never could understand why he's. I mean, he owned the show. I understand why he owned there, but why he's to the point where it seems like he's center stage right along with Simon. It's supposed to be about Portia's matter for sure, but it seemed like with her having a new relationship, this particular man should take center stage. But I can understand why it was to the point where he was fading out, because he wasn't saying nothing. And he seems like everything about him is one word answers and seems like it's a mystery. Now, to my understanding, I think he's from Nigeria. And then she said that had some type of businesses that he was into. Now, Portia still has her naked hair. Now, she decided that she would step down from Dish Nation, which I thought was a no. She should have kept that job. But I guess she's preparing for life as a wife of his, and to the point where she probably won't have to work. I hope he don't put her into a sister wife type thing where he married her and then didn't want to bring another wife. But I don't know. People from his culture are known to do that, but maybe he's not into that. But he don't seem like he meshed well with that family, that's for sure. And him and Portia look fake and forced for the camera. Look like she got more chemistry with her baby dad, even when they be arguing. So it is what it is. But Portia, to the point, I think she's trying to find herself. I think she's really trying to prove something to Dennis, if that makes sense. But it don't make sense to me. And like she's not trying to live in her truth and stand in her truth. Now they co-parenting on a positive level, so that's a good thing. But my thing is, she jumped so fast to the relationship that I don't think she had time to really find herself, and most importantly, realized that this relationship was really, really what she wanted. You know what I'm saying? Because Simon, I'm not saying he a bad guy, but it's just the way they got together. Because the blogs made it seem like she basically took him from Fallon, but that's not really what it was. After we dissected it, their marriage was already on the outs. But still, in my eyes, don't make it right. Because at the end of the day, she was at the woman house, just like everybody said. Hence, cue the scene where she jumped in the woman pool. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're not gonna hash on the Real Housewives because this is Portia Family Matters type thing. Now the spinoff is cute, but it's not to the point where I think it's believable, and it's to the point where it will get a second season. I mean, because it's pretty much dry. It ain't really going nowhere. It's nothing, With her spinoff, you would think she would bring it, and it would be to the point where we would see her in chemistry with Simon. Because guess what? That is her fiance. They're not dating anymore. They straight fiance. So I'm not understanding what she wants to make us think. Sorry about that, you guys. But yeah, basically Portia, just like I said, it's not a bad season, and the episode actually wasn't that bad, but it's just the fact that it was fake and forced for the camera. Maybe future episodes maybe he'll loosen up. Most importantly, their relationship will seem more genuine. But when she was with Cordell, it looked like she was more happy, and they said that was the worst relationship she ever been in. Now Dennis, to the point he wasn't no better, but Dennis took her down through there, and she decided that, I guess in her mind, that Simon was her shining armor, knight in shining armor. Not to mention Simon got a little money, which Portia been known to be with African men, and that's her preference. But now she bring the center stage. But we're gonna see where this thing goes. And most important, I just had to get on here and give y'all a little snippet of how I felt about the season, and the first episode. Now we probably right now almost at part 5 of the season episode. So I'm gonna kind of give y'all a recap as I can and try to get close as I can to the newest one. Hoping you guys will like this actual live stream. Most importantly, leave me a comment. If you are new here, that you'll subscribe and hit the bell. But yeah, I personally don't have a bad overall perception of Portia's review, but I thought it would be more to the point where we would more see her interact with her new fiance. But yeah, I forgot to tell you, after she went to see Dennis, she actually made a phone call from her car to Simon. Basically, Simon took it better than I thought he would. I guess at the end of the day, they said Simon and him basically shook hands before anything transpired, and that they actually was friends, because they've been seen on pictures and everything all over the internet, even after people was actually bashing Portia for basically taking Fallon's husband. But yeah, it is what it is. But he told her the things that he's seen in her book and the things that she's saying to him and how she's handling herself. He make him want to put a baby in her, and I was like, OMG. I think that's the whole scenario anyway. I think he really want to get her pregnant. He might go ahead on and marry her, but I don't think that even if they do decide to carry on with this thing, I don't think it's gonna last. It's not gonna be a 10, maybe 20-year type marriage thing. I think it's gonna be a fling. She gonna get what she need to move on. You know what I'm saying? And she probably still gonna be back chasing on Dennis in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Portia ain't made it obvious that she wants Dennis, but body language does not, and I repeat, does not lie. Cause she light up when he come in. But that particular scene, they was acting as though they was a married couple that had a spat. But when she gets up to leave, he actually escorts her out the door. That's where's her raggedy car, which I thought was really, really funny. But yeah, you can tell that they still have a genuine appreciation for each other, and it's good to see they are co-parenting for the sake of the kids. So that's a good thing. But yeah, the actual little family get together thing they had to meet Simon was cool, because it seemed like, just like what I said, it was to meet Simon, even though they already been knowing Simon, because they do have a kid together. Because it was to the point where Dennis really took center stage, because Simon was just there, like I said, just a warm body in the spot. He wasn't interacting with nobody. Everybody had to ask questions, and the question that they was asking, he was getting one word answers. But that grandmother, she gave me life. The fact that she not only was outspoken, but she told the people how she really felt. And what was unapologetic about it. Now, she didn't say nothing bad to Simon, but she just expressed how she really felt. And I thought that was really, really good of her. Not a cousin, to the point where she really, you can tell that she was just there for the camera. She needed a little camera time. She ain't really bring nothing or add nothing to it. Now, her sister pretty much ride or die, but it's the fact that she invited the sister to this actual event. That's how he got there. Now, I ain't tell you that part. Portia did not invite Dennis to this thing, this so-called meet and greet with Simon. Not Simon. Yeah, with Simon. Dennis was told to come by Arian, which is her sister. That's how he got there. But yeah, when he came in, you could see her eyes lit up, like she was saying, "Thank God somebody invited him, so I ain't have to do it." But yeah, it wasn't like this thing where she was looking at him like, "Why are you here?" But yeah, everybody welcomed him in. They spoke and whatever. He just mingled in. He meshed well. Nobody said anything. They just went on about their day. But you could tell that, just like I said, that grandmama, somebody on Simon didn't rub her the right way. Now the mama gave her a side eye when she realized that he had just got a relationship and how many times prior he had been married. Because Portia would be his third marriage if they actually got married. So I was like, okay. I think the mom is to the point where she understands why Portia's doing, but she probably ain't gonna really say much, because I know she stay on the back burner when it comes to addressing stuff about her daughter's relationship. Because I noticed after she divorced her first husband, she came to stay with her mom. her mom was supportive, but she ain't never throw nothing in her face. So that part I do like about her mom. But the grandmama, she a whole different ball game. She a whole vibe. The cousin is basically you can tell she along for the ride. But I'm really ready to see the episode where they actually go on that little girls trip. Cause I want to see Dennis' mom turn up. Cause baby, she don't mind telling them how she feel. She unapologetic, and I love it. She Dennis's mom and Portia's grandmom, they ought to start the show. I don't care what you say. Portia just there and Simon just standing there looking silly. They the only people that bringing the scenes and most importantly, bringing the conversation. But you know, it is what it is. It's not a bad spinoff, but like I said, and I expressed to y'all, I don't think that there's gonna be a season two. Now that's just my opinion. But it's good that she did get a spinoff, you know, because a lot of people don't get spinoffs from this particular franchise. Now, the only person that I think did was Nene and Candy. And we also had Kim, which is not on there no more. But yeah, I'm just happy to see her to the point where she's in a space where she's actually back on TV. Now I'm not gonna say she's happy for her as far as the relationship, because in my eyes, still like I said, like it's forking face for the camera. You can see it when she actually posts IG pictures. She seemed like she's smiling, but it don't look like she really happy. Like her eyes really be dancing in her head when she's looking at Simon. Not Simon, with Dennis. Which for a while I think it was to the point she gave him a chance, but Dennis didn't come full circle because you know he had basically admitted cheating on her when she conceived and was pregnant with the baby. So you know it's a lot of history with them, and most importantly, it's a lot of bad history. So I think they're trying to kind of kick through a lot of the stuff that actually was bad and try to come out good when it comes to the little girl, like I said. So which that is a good thing. Uh, and I don't think it's to the point where they actually gonna get back together, but he gonna still continue to flirt on with her. But the thing that had me shook or clutching my pearl was the fact that they actually was on pictures together. Portia was in the middle, Dennis and Simon. They was all smiling because he basically when she gave him the rundown about the date, he wasn't mad or nothing. I was saying to myself, the fact he let her go on the date, that says a whole lot right there. But I think at the end of the day, he probably know his role. He playing it to his position. Now I think he might go along with on the marrying portion, but eventually he got an agenda too. You can say what you want to say. Now it might be a business transaction for him. It might be a whole lot, you know, because even with him being on the show, they bring more publicity for his particular business if he decide he want to talk about it. But he got to do one thing. He got to say something. He really don't talk. When they initiate him for the talk, he always get one word answers. It's like he got something to hide. That, and far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I guess right now probably they officially divorced from filing. So we'll see how this thing goes. And when they get to the point where I can catch up on season two, I will give y'all guys a recap. Not season two, I'm sorry, episode two. Because the review I'm giving you is from season one. I mean, the first episode of the season. But you know, we kind of breaking the ice. We want to see where it goes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. I had to go live and do it, but next time I will be doing it via video and I'll just upload it. But that Love and Marriage Huntsville one that I did, like I told you guys, I had to re-upload it. Give me time. No later than lunch, I should have it up. Hope you guys will go over there and support it, and most importantly, leave me a comment. Now, one and two, I'm to the point I wanted to check it out, make sure that I had no sound issues before I uploaded. So that's the delay with that. Give me time. I should have one, two, and three of Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion up, and then I will have part two of not part two, season episode two of Porsche Family Matter. So that'll be 4 videos for you guys to enjoy. And also, I will be giving a review of the mommies, but I'm gonna push that back to probably Friday. And then with the holidays, I might not push it out to probably Sunday. But give me time, and I will be pushing it out for you guys. And also look forward to my reaction on Key Plus 3. I love you guys. Until the next one.